Hey guys, what's up? It's ACHES, new here to Team Envy. Today I'm at the offices and apparently Scuf Gaming sent us a mystery box, so let's see what's inside. Alright, so this is the wired Vantage, probably the one I'm going to be using. The new sticks are amazing. I've been using Scuf sticks dating back to, I want to say, 2014. They have like a more textured grip on them. They're more low profile, which I like. It kind of resembles older controllers in the past that I've used. I've heard everything on here is magnetic. Let's take the faceplate off. The rubber packs are removable. That's nice. Don't want that extra weight unless you actually use the vibration. And you still have the standard 4 paddles on the back. They're more contoured than the previous Scufs for PS4. You can tell how it's like curved in on each side for your fingers. I personally don't use the 2 inner paddles, so I like to get, you know, like a better, more aggressive grip on my controller when I play. So I would probably pop these off. Pretty easy, just slide off. And I think everything on here, the additional trigger fangs, you can pop these off, adjust your hair triggers to see how tight you want your tension to be. Both of those do that. The new sax buttons, which I think are going to be really useful for Battle Royale. You can remap these to anything, I believe, using the remap key on the bottom right. For multiplayer, just because, like I said before, I have that aggressive grip, sometimes I hit it a little too aggressively, but it's definitely a learning curve. But I think for Battle Royale, it's sick because, you know, you really never have to take your hands off the thumbsticks, which is a super advantage for any player. So pretty much everything on here is modular. You just pop it off, super easy process. You can switch out the sticks with any size or I think concave, dome, and I believe default sticks go in here as well. The new touchpad has the Scuf logo kind of like embedded across. That looks really cool. I'm a big person for attention to detail, so I like that a lot. This is the audio touch bar. So basically, if you have your headset plugged into the controller at any time, you can tap the mute and then also scroll on the side and just adjust your volume up and down. Again, just sticking to that and never having to take your thumbs off the thumbsticks, which is really good for any competitive gamer. Alright, so these are the red sticks. It comes with the sticks, the new rings, these are the trigger fangs, and I think that's replaceable, the little trigger backs. So they have the very long dome stick. So this is a replaceable D-pad. So we saw the D-pad that we had before, just the standard, you know, silver D-pad, and then this, I believe, is a rubberized texture. It kind of feels like the sticks. I think this is more for fighting games, but it kind of has that really good rotational feel. So we have medium size, concave and dome, and then the short dome, and then the replacement of the standard concave sticks, which I'm a big fan of personally. You also have replaceable rings, so if you want to get tricky, customize whatever color you want. I know they offer a ton of options. I've been on their site and I've seen you can make any color controller you want. Okay, so we got the same thing, but in black, which I like using myself. Shows less wear and thumb grease, I guess you could call it. When you're feeling the controller, you can just tell how durable it is. It's kind of hard to explain, but it just feels like a quality product. You know, when you hold something and it just feels sturdy. That's kind of the feel this has that I like. But this is probably my favorite faceplate. So this is the gunmetal color. If you guys don't know this, they don't say this, but I know it's a trick. So when you're putting your thumbsticks back on, you want to always try and have that little left arrow on the Scuf logo facing the bottom left on both sides. That's always been kind of a thing that I've noticed, is it always comes default that way. And I notice a lot of people, when they switch their controllers around and switch their sticks out, they don't do that. I personally do it because I believe that's how it's supposed to sit in there. So, little tip, they don't tell you, but I will. Something I forgot to mention earlier is the grip. I don't know how to describe this, but it is an insane upgrade from any grip on any controller I've ever felt. My favorite thing about the Vantage is probably the contoured back shell in general. Like I said, I play with that aggressive grip, so I kind of like to hold my controller tight. It just feels really good. Definitely gives you the, you're not gonna ever feel tired from holding a controller. Your hands don't hurt. It just fits your hands really good. And I really like the wired shell casing. So it's like whenever you're plugging cables in, which I've never played wirelessly. You know, they tend to get beat up with how mean you are to your controller. This definitely protected from that. Another shell, we got the Envy Blue, sort of, almost there, almost getting the matching color. So blue, silver, and gunmetal is the three they sent us. This is the wireless one. As you can tell, it is much heavy. It has the wireless and the wired option. So if you like to, you know, sit back away, take some distance from your monitor, play wirelessly, this one is definitely for you. It also has that wired capability, which is always nice. For those of you that are competitive gamers or just people that like to pack your stuff up when you're done playing, the protection case is the #1 priority for me. You know, I mean, that is hard. That will definitely keep your controller safe. We have the new Scuf braided cable for the Vantage. Really, really durable. I've always used the Scuf cables. It's just that braided material. It's long, it feels durable. It definitely lasts, which is nice. It's better than getting, you know, some cheap Amazon knockoff. You want to get something you know you can trust. So this is a little pod to keep your, you know, paddles, sticks, stuff like that. Little accessory pouch. So it has a little different, it has an extra button at the bottom. So this is your remapping button. This one is your, I think, switch on wireless, switch to wired. So this, I believe, is the accessory pouch for the controller that you get. So it will look similar to the extra ones, except for one thing, the Scuf key, which for you guys that have had a Scuf in the past know this is super important for adjusting how you want the tension, I guess you would say, on your triggers. So you just pop it in there. Can't do this blindly. There you go. And you turn, and then you can just feel it's a much tighter press. I guess that's all for comfort, how you prefer it. So I would say the wireless one has a tad bit of weight, extra, not a lot at all, but I'm guessing that's for that wireless feature. Everything else feels really good. Scuf Gaming, amazing product. Thank you guys so much for sending this out. Hope you enjoyed my scattery unboxing. I know I did. But again, thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.